absolutely does have a profound impact on the opportunity you have available to you, right? Like, for instance, 7-8 years ago, had I gone out to Silicon Valley to, start AuHu, probably could have raised a lot more capital than we have, and we would definitely be at a different spot. Whether it's, better or not, that's arguable. But I really like to think that, and I guess in the way that Trump put it, I agree, where location matters, but he would much rather deal with someone competent in a bad location than someone incompetent in a great location, right? And as much as you do get like the great success stories in Silicon Valley, it also is so much easier and so much more common to have, knuckleheads or whatever that don't know what they're doing blow through millions of dollars of capital and have nothing to show for it.
Buffett feels the same way.
I think he is a perfect example.
Yeah. Buffett puts so much emphasis on the quality of the management, the leadership.
Yep.
And, Berkshire Hathaway, they've purchased companies that they haven't even been on site to see, which kind of is surprising. But let me tell you, they did their homework. You better believe it. And this is the thing with Berkshire Hathaway now. They're about buying companies now. And one of the things, I think I may have mentioned this in other podcasts or when we've had discussions, a lot of holding companies or whatever, they'll buy a company and then they go in and fire everybody, right? And then they try to tell them how to manage, and they bring in new management. Buffett, they don't do that. They supply the cash that companies need the help to go to the next level. And they have total confidence in the management. He said the last thing we want to do is for us to now go in and tell these guys how to run their business. No, they know what the hell they're doing.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have bought into it.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have bought them. They just need the cash to help take them to the next level. That's why Berkshire Hathaway, I think it's like 70 or 75 companies that they own. Berkshire Hathaway. If you want to buy stock, BRKB. That's B-class shares. A-class shares, I think, are
hundreds of thousands,
$200,000-$300,000 a share. They don't pay a dividend. Well, they've never paid a dividend, but and that's one of the reasons why the stock price has gotten so high. But Berkshire B-class shares are trading at right about, I think, $500 a share now. I think it's about right. But anyway,
perfect example though of like
to tie into what you're saying. If you the thing and I don't want to segue into politics just yet, but Trump, if you work for Trump, in my opinion, you're going to be on the game. I mean, you're not going to sit around. You're going to work your ass off. And competency with people that he brings in, I feel that it's strong. I think it's strong. And I'm just trying to wrap this around to what you were saying, that it's not just about location. You got to have the right people in the job.
Yeah, and I do want to just finish up that thought with
sorry
the
about that.
No. I like it because I was listening to a podcast with Brian yesterday. I don't know how much he was paying attention to it, but they were talking about Trump's cabinet, not even just cabinet members, but people hired as part of his administration that, let's say, looking to go through the Epstein files, as for instance. And supposedly, I don't know this, that it's true, but they're talking about one of the files in particular, or maybe a folder of files or whatever, all specifically had the word "don't" retracted from it. Or redacted from because it's Don T. So they were looking to scrub Don T from every mention in this file. And so they ended up accidentally just redacting the word "don't" a bunch of times as well. It's like, why is "don't" redacted so much? Oh, because they're trying to find every instance of Don T being mentioned across all these documents. And so they were basically just talking about this is happening because of the lack of competency, right? Where first and foremost, Trump, and rightfully so, is looking for people he can trust. And just because they're people that you can trust doesn't necessarily make them competent in what you need them to do, right? And so I thought that was fairly interesting. And I think that's the case, in any organization, right? No one's perfect, right? To put it bluntly.
We're flawed. We're humans. So.
Yeah. And so it's like, where do you draw the line of what considering someone incompetent or just making a very, understandable, mistake? And, it really often comes down to, well, which how do you think about, the politician, from a political standpoint, right? Are you like totally anti-Trump and everything that he does and never looking to give him, the benefit of the doubt? Or are you like totally on the spectrum that Trump can do no wrong? Or are you like somewhere, in between, right?
So can we